Hello, welcome to Fizzy Tarot. My name is Helen, and today I'll be doing a pick a card reading for what the universe would like for you to focus on for your community. For the sake of your community, how can you benefit other people? Whether that's through your family, your friends, just how can you benefit other people or beings? Anything other than yourself. How can you help the outside world, outside of yourself? That will be the focus of today's reading. I'm going to choose 3 piles from this Tarot of Oneness. Let's make sure I was in frame. Okay.
So I actually meant emperor, not empress.
So, pile number 1 will be the Empress. Pile number 2 will be the 7 of Pentacles. And pile number 3 is the 10 of Wands. Just zooming in for you. Okay, so let me choose some crystals to pair with these cards, and then I will begin recording. Okay, so for pile number 1, I chose this red carnelian. Very beautiful. I love the banding and the breaks in the stone. It's very, has a lot of character. For the 7 of Pentacles, I chose a smoky quartz. And for pile number 3, the 10 of Wands, I chose a moss agate. All right, so I will now shuffle, and you can check the chapters for timestamps to skip ahead if you don't want to watch the shuffling. Hello, pile number 1. You chose the Emperor card, not the Empress. I just saw the female lion and I thought Empress for some reason. I guess because of the female being like the focus of the Emperor, as it's like his view. Excuse me. And you chose the carnelian. Sorry about my cough. I'm still getting over a slight head cold. So let's look at your cards here. You have the 2 of Swords, Eight of Wands. The Four of Cups. The Knight of Swords. The Seven of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles. The Three of Swords. And I feel the fear and do it anyway. All right, so I just readjusted the cards here so your view is more clear. Sorry about the bug in the screen. Hopefully you don't hear that. I think it's a cicada. Get out of here, buggy boy. Well, anyway. Okay, so pile number one. I think you are feeling quite attached to how something must be in your community. I think you are actually currently working quite hard to benefit your community, and you're faced with a difficult choice at the moment. You have a lot of communication happening, and I think that you have a vision of what you need from your community and what you envision for your community, and you're not quite entirely sure how to proceed with benefiting. I feel as though you might be a little at like an uneasy state about how your community is communicating to you. I think it's breaking your heart that maybe someone isn't treating you with the respect you deserve. And I think that oh, hello, kitty. The cat wants to join in reading. I feel the fear and do it anyway is showing me that maybe you need to stand up to someone who like is repeatedly disappointing you and like letting down your community, and maybe calling them out privately and seeing how they react, because I think they're passionate about how things are going, but they're not really reliable. And I think you are scared to confront this person, but these cards are definitely telling me that your community will benefit if you open up the conversation with this person. And I feel strongly that the person is this Knight of Wands, so it could be a fire sign. Yeah, the Four of Cups is normally depicted as someone who has three options in front of them, and a hand is offering them a cup that they're rejecting. And in this depiction, this person is almost grieving, laying in the sky. Their heads in the clouds, literally. It looks like they have either, well, maybe it's the beach. Yeah, I think it's the beach. I thought that was a mountain and that was sky, but it's actually a beach, I think. Um, so yeah, they're just laying on a beach and they're holding an empty cup, it looks like. So maybe you're not feeling fulfilled. Maybe there's something that you're clinging on to, like hope, and it's just like there's nothing in the cup. Like you want there to be something in the cup, but like you need to fill your cup by being proactive and talking to this Knight of Wands person who's breaking your heart, pile number one. So yeah, you feel the fear and you do it anyway. Sometimes you just need to have a difficult conversation in order to move forward. And I think sometimes that's all it takes is just having sometimes a lengthy conversation with someone to like resolve your differences and come to a compromise. And yeah, I hope that everything works out in your favor, pile number one. Thank you so much for being here with me. Again, my name is Helen, and please subscribe if this resonated or was helpful in any way. I would appreciate your like and comment as well if you feel so inclined. Hopefully, I will be posting every other day ish, trying to get ahead in my recording schedule a little bit so that that way I can be more consistent in my uploading. But again, thank you so much for joining me. Pile number one, this concludes your reading, and I will see you in the next one. So pile number two, what do you need to work on to benefit your community? You have a lot of major arcana and a very strong fiery presence, the King of Wands and the Emperor. Pile number two, I get the sense that you are a very passionate individual in regards to helping others. And I think that you might crave time alone, or you might be not spending enough time alone and not realizing that a new phase of your life is beginning, and it is focused on introspection. It is focused on improving your patterns of behavior. The Seven of Pentacles, your main card, is a harvesting card. It is also improving one's methods to increase the yield for next year. So making sure that all your seeds are properly dried and ensuring they're stored correctly, and maybe analyzing, the soil of your crops and like making sure that the pH is balanced for the crop, or the right mineral components are in the soil. So it's like a deeper analysis of one's methods and improving one's methods. Now, your two major arcana that make me think that there is a phase in your life that you might need to grapple with. You might need to understand that something has to stop. There is a cycle in your life that is coming to a close, and there needs to be an acceptance. The reason I say that is the Hanged Man upright is seeing something from, like, being forced into a new perspective that's very uncomfortable, and maybe not seeing the new perspective right away, and being in that for some time until you do see the new way. And in reverse, it is an awareness. It is finally seeing the new perspective and coming out of that stronger. um, the Knight of Cups in reverse. So let's take a look at it upright. Um, so upright, this card, he is very majestic and almost like very intensely staring at his cup. He seems a little angry, actually. And in reverse, I would say this is someone who isn't quite emotionally aware of how they feel or consciously aware of how they are emoting outwardly. Excuse me. And I think the Hermit with the Emperor is suggesting that you take this focus, this intensity, and you direct it inwardly. The Two of Pentacles is a card of balance, but it is also juggling several things, like two or several things simultaneously, and maintaining, some sort of flow, like making sure that you're giving equal energy to all your different projects and initiatives. And in reverse, it is that there is an imbalance, and maybe you're dropping the ball with other things going on in your life. Um, Maybe even for the sake of the community. Maybe you're going too hard in the garden, and you really need to book that massage. Like, you really need to do some yoga or hit the gym, or make sure that you have a lunch packed or something. The Six of Torches is the Six of Wands, and that is a card of victory. The King of Wands, I think that this is a very passionate person. File number 2, you have a very direct, powerful presence in your community, and the cards are suggesting that you look inward, that you find a locus of control inside of you, and you comfort yourself. Repeat, I am safe and grounded. The Hermit is an earthy, grounded energy. The Seven of Pentacles, they are actually like holding earth in their hands. And I think that you are a very fiery person, and you feel like maybe the earth like muddles up your flame. But I think you need to focus on grounding yourself and feeling one with your circumstances, and maybe directing some inward energy so you don't feel like there's an imbalance, sorry, in your life. So I think you will be victorious if you decide to end, the frantic, fiery hustle and bustle, and just give yourself a break. Also, just repeat, I am safe and grounded. I am safe and I am grounded. that concludes your reading, pile number 2. I hope that you found it helpful. Please like and subscribe. And I will see you in the next reading. Thank you so much. Bye. Okay, I was right. Sisyphus. I was wondering if it was Dionysus or Sisyphus. And I was leaning towards Sisyphus. Anyway, so the Ten of Wands and this beautiful moss agate. Had that for a while. I've been meaning to wrap that actually. Alas, never have. So you got a lot of cards, pile number 3. So this chunk came out, and I was tempted to not take it because it's so many cards, but I was like, you know what? These cards will need to come out for you. And the Ten of Wands is a pretty heavy energy, so let's get into it. Pile number 3, I have a feeling this might be a little bit longer of a reading, so I hope you're, ready to buckle in and hear me chatter about these cards for a while. I'll try to touch on every single card. All right, let's get started. So you have the Page of Pentacles, and just honestly to simplify this reading, I will not be doing reversals just because it's a lot more cards than I meant to pull. So you have the Page of Pentacles. You can see that, right? So I'll make sure it's in frame. You have the Knight of Wands. You have the Fool. The Two of Pentacles. The Three of Swords. The Chariot. The Death card. Can you see that? Let me move it back a little bit. Is that better? Yeah, I think so. The Sun. Let's do that. The Eight of Cups. Justice. Strength. Wow, a lot of major arcana. The Queen of Swords. Ace of Wands. Seven of Wands. And your affirmation is, I trust my life path and know that I am always being taken care of. All right, pile number 1. Right away, I'm seeing a lot of circles and suns and yellow. I think, let me get some music playing. So I think maybe you're the one who's needing the community to benefit you at the moment. And you want to make sure that no one else has to go through what you've gone through. Like, I'm getting that, maybe you recently had with this Death card in the Sun, like a moment of like an epiphany. Like you were like, wow, this person, I think you realized that someone was not good for you. Pile number 3. Maybe a friend actually, of this Page of Pentacles here. An earth sign, perhaps, or someone younger than you gave you advice, pile number 3, recently. And I think you know that they're right. I think that you know that you needed to put an end with the Death card and the Fool and start something fresh. these three cards are really speaking to me. So the Sun and the Strength, I believe those are both Leo cards. And just like, I think that this is saying that if you're feeling passionate about writing about your story or like sharing your story, a struggle, this is your sign, this is your time to write about it and share that wisdom with your community. Because I think you'll be accepted. I think that you're a little anxious about doing that, pile number 3, like with the 7 of wands here and the Queen of Swords. I think you're feeling a little insecure, like you're not sure if your community will be accepting and be supportive of your struggle. But I think that this 7 of Wands defensiveness is unwarranted. I don't think that you need to worry, pile number 3. Yes, I think that you were perhaps in a very nasty situationship or relationship with someone and you freed yourself, or you found a way to release, or you need to find a way to release this burden. With this 8 of Cups and the Justice and the Chariot, I think that this is saying if you leave the situation that is not serving you, even though you're attached and you've invested, if you give yourself the grace to move on, you will find that your community has your back, pile number 3. No matter how scary it is. Your affirmation is, I trust my life path and know that I'm always being taken care of. Sorry, I wasn't in frame. Beautiful affirmation. I think you need to know that you have been extremely strong. Pile number 3. And what your community needs you to do is trust that they have your back. You're going to be able to get through this. You're not alone. You feel like you're alone. You feel like you're this 8 of Cups person and you're the fool and you're by yourself and you're ready and you're going and you're headed in a new direction. But you don't have to do it alone. That's what this reading is definitely telling me. That when you release that boulder, when you finally give up and you say, you know what, this is craziness. Like, I can't keep doing this. Like, I'm going to break my back. Your community has your back. And you should trust that your loved ones will be there for you. Pile number 3, that was your reading. I hope that it was helpful. And please like and comment below. I would love to engage with you. And I'll see you in the next reading. Stay blessed.